She's kind of a newer friend that I made within the last, I don't know, probably month or so. But she is well, I'll let her kind of give a quick 10-15 second about the type of streamer she is while I get my questions ready. So go ahead, Moon Princess, let us know about, give us about a 10-15 second introduction about who you are.
All right, well, yeah, like you said, my name is Moon. I mostly do RPGs, pretty much whatever floats my boat at the moment. I'm going through Final Fantasy VI and Dark Souls at the moment, so it's really kind of a grab bag of whatever I'll be playing. Now, I never know myself until I finish a game and I kind of decide on the fly. So I would say variety streamer would be the broad definition of what I do.
Okay, perfect. So I guess we'll just kind of get into it here, and kind of how we'll do this. I'll go through the questions at the end. I'll usually let the viewers, if they have any questions for you,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
and they can ask away. So my first question, Moon, if you had the ability to transform yourself into a Pokemon, this is a three-part question. A, what would your name be? B, which elements would you be or element? And C, name one of your special attacks.
Well, um, I would probably have to say I would be. I'd like to be a Milotic or Milotic. I know it's could be pronounced either way. I'd like to be a Milotic because its pre-evolution Phoebus is it kind of reminds me of a lot of things I've done in my life where, you start out as not so impressive and then you kind of build up on yourself and you kind of, I don't know the best way to put it. I don't want to say like super self-confidence, but you kind of get more comfortable in your own skin almost. Um, a name I would probably want to be something associated with the moon, so like probably like Luna.
Oh, that's
Luna,
pretty.
Luna the Milotic. My special move, yeah, Luna the
I
Milotic.
like that.
And for a special move, I would probably have something like Love Blast because I'm always giving confidence and love to all my, even through Twitch and in real life, just showering people with confidence and love and support. So something like Moon Blast or something like or Love Blast,
Love Blast?
like something like that.
I like
But
that.
yeah, I've always liked Milotic. It's been a very very beautiful Pokemon to me. I like its evolution, like progression, I guess to say.
It's got a very positive name and everything. I like it a lot. We got a first time chat here, viewer, uh, Glitchy Nero. Glitchy
Oh,
Nero.
hi, Glitchy.
Thank you so much for joining, Glitchy. I appreciate it. This is Retro Rap. I'm Phantom Limb Gamer. You may call me Phantom or PLG. My second question for you, Moon. If you could be the hero of any role playing game, which game would it be and why?
I would love to be in a Persona game. I
Persona,
would
okay.
love to be a Persona protagonist. I don't know.
Oh,
I love those games, and I don't know. I think it'd be so cool to be able to just summon a persona of your inner self to change the world or do something to that manner. That would be that would be so so cool.
that's really cool. Guys, go give Moon Princess a follow. I have put her Twitch channel right there. It's just twitch.tv/ Moon Princess 247. Just click on the link there. Give her a follow. What can new viewers expect if they visit your channel?
A lot of like I said, a lot of positivity. A lot of it's very welcoming. My channel is very welcoming to all sorts of viewers. I have the safe space tag on, so there's really nothing that's too out of bounds for anybody. So yeah, pretty much just a very welcoming, open environment where if you're having a bad day or you're having an issue with something, you can come in, chat about it if you want, or just kick back and relax with everybody. Um, I don't judge anybody for anything. It's everybody has their own things going on in life, and honestly, like who am I to judge? It's it's a very safe space. So very, very open, very welcoming. Yeah, pretty much all are welcome. There's no stipulations for any of it. So
Yeah, I can definitely confirm that. Guys, I spent some time on Moon's channel a few times, and it's a very chill place. But one thing I've noticed about her channel, it's very supportive. She's got a very supportive community. And I love being part of communities that are supportive of their streamer, because to me that says that the streamer is there not for the money, not for the numbers. They're there because they want to they want to entertain, and they want to be a source of entertainment, and someone that their community can go to kind of chill out and have a fun time. And whether it's they're popping in to say hi or they're in there for the long haul. And yeah, Glitchy Nero's right. She's a very chill streamer, and it's just a place you can go to if, like Moon said, if you've had a rough day or if you just need to unwind, you can go in there. And everybody, when I went into that chat community, everybody was very welcoming of me, and I just loved it. So everything that she just said, guys, I completely confirm, and that's why you guys should go give her a follow. And again, there's her link. What, if anything, makes your channel different than other streamers?
I am very forgetful when I'm playing games, so it tends to lead to a very mismatched, disorganized run around in a game. I'm not the kind of streamer that has, a plan going forward in the game. Like, I'll start out with a plan, but there's a very good chance that I will quickly forget, even if it's a game I've played 100 times over. There will be confusion, there will be disconnect. But at the end of the day, at the end of the stream, it's actually part of what makes it different, because a lot of streams I've gone into, there's a very concise, this is what we're doing, and that's how it goes. It barely ever happens. That barely ever happens. But it's fun though, because you'll get people in the chat, kind of joking about it and joking with me about it. And it just turns into a big, conversation topic that we can, joke about and have fun with and still play the game. But in terms of anything that's different otherwise, I don't know. I'm like you said, I'm extremely supportive of everybody. I've got about 4 tabs open right now of friends that I'm supporting while I'm here with you guys. So it's pretty much, yeah, it's a very, very confusing stream sometimes.
Well, what the nice thing about that, Moon, is that you never know what you're going to get.
You never know.
One thing I did really enjoy is you were doing, was it your 400 follower celebration? Was that what you were doing?
Yeah.
And you were doing
and
people could pick games that you had to play. And I thought that was really neat. She was playing Wayne's World, and I don't think I've ever seen anybody play Wayne's World on stream, and that was really fun. This is Wayne's World. But it was fun to watch, though.
It was so much fun. But it's not a good game.
It's not a good.
Not a good game.
Well, the fact that you're willing to do that for your community, I think speaks a lot about you as a streamer. So.
Yeah.
As a streamer, how do you define success? What is your definition of success as a content creator or a streamer, whatever you want to call it?
I would define success as my viewers and my community being happy. I'm out there putting content out to make them happy and them entertained, all of you guys. Like you just said with picking different games, that was something that I put in my Discord. People could suggest games. There's actually more. The second part's tomorrow night.
Cool.
But yeah, I have this tendency to not, it's going to sound kind of bad, but not think about myself. I think about the viewers and what they want to see and what they would like to do or have me do more. Even if it's out of my comfort zone. I tend to ask my community what they want. So success to me is making sure that all of them are happy, because if they're not happy, then I can't really say that I feel successful or that I've done something right. Because they're the ones coming in watching me, after a long day at work or, need to unwind. So that's how I would define success, is making sure that you guys are happy.
That is a very genuine, very heartfelt answer. I like that. Because you're not basing your success off how much money you're making. You're not basing it off how many viewers you have, how much your
I didn't even
average
know that
viewers.
money was a factor when I started streaming. I didn't even
Oh,
know. I
really?
had no idea. I I had no idea.
Wow.
And then I got money and I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess I get paid for this." I was doing this just for fun and to meet people and chat with others. I didn't know that money was even a factor.
Yeah, it's got Twitch is kind of a cool thing in that way that it's kind of like the money thing to me is just kind of icing on the cake. Like I don't do it for the
Yeah.
money. It's just kind of like, oh,
No,
okay.
no, not at all.
I mean, it's don't get me wrong. It's nice that my viewers, your viewers, support us in that way. But
Oh yeah.
but it's important that they know that we're not doing this for that reason. We're doing this because
No.
for them to kind of get away from the stresses and the of and the bad stuff of real life to come in here and just kind of
Right.
chill. So
Right. Yeah, it's never expected.
right, yeah,
It's never
exactly.
expected.
Never expected, and
Nope.
but again, I do, you have a very supportive chat community in that way, and I really think that's really cool. Um, what are your future goals for your channel, if any?
Future goal. I mean, I would love to meet more people.
Okay.
Grow the community as a whole with more, amazing people that, I know are out there because I've already met so many amazing people up to this point. Um, I mean, it's always a goal to grow more, but like I said, with the money, I don't expect it. It's one of those things where I'm doing this for fun. I don't really expect, money or, to get super super popular. It's it's a goal, but it's not like a huge expectation of mine. Because I don't want people to start thinking that I'm like, oh, like, I'm gonna get huge and this and that, and no, that's not what I'm all about.
Well, Glitchy Nero is mentioning you told her once, or him or her once, that it was to do workout streams.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. He had asked me if I would ever do a workout stream. Um, and because he's when I first met him, he did workout streams, and I had told him, well, I don't have any equipment. I can't really do a workout stream. So that's where the idea of the dancing came in at
Oh,
my celebration, because I was like, well, dancing's kind of like exercising. You're moving and you're doing all this stuff. So that's kind of like exercising. So that's where that came in.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
As a streamer, what goals, if any, have you accomplished so far that you either didn't think you'd be able to accomplish or thought would take you a lot longer to accomplish?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them. When I first started, I almost quit right after my first stream,
Really? Why?
because, well, when I first started streaming, it was to, you know, build self-confidence and like talking to people, because I've never been
Sure.
a good public speaker.
Sure.
And when I had first started, I didn't have like really any of the good, equipment. I didn't have, like a very good mic or a very good camera. I barely talked. And when I did talk, you could barely hear me because I was so incredibly nervous that I didn't want to talk. And I had friends and family as my first viewers, and I figured that was as far as it would go. And I went back and looked at the very first VOD, and I was like, wow, I didn't talk at all. Like, I just kind of sat there looking like super uncomfortable, all scrunched up, like not doing anything. I was like, maybe this isn't for me. And then my husband was like, no, like, you've got to give it another chance. Like, you've got to try at least more than once. Like, you can't, you can't just give up after one try. So I kept going with it, and now like I'm, pretty comfortable with it. It's something I look forward to doing. So all of the goals that, other streamers, want to hit, like affiliate, 100 and 200 and all that stuff, I didn't think I was going to hit any of them. So
Wow.
I'm very, very thankful that I am where I am, and anything more is just icing on the top of the cake at this point, because I never pictured myself being where I am now. Never in a million years.
That's really neat. Wow, that's kind of amazing that you just like. It kind of reminds me. I know it's kind of a lot different because it's Stephen King, but Stephen King's first book that he wrote was Carrie, I think it was, and he threw it away, and because he didn't think anyone's
Really?
gonna. Yeah, he didn't think. I think it was Carrie. It was either Carrie or It, and he threw it away because he didn't think anybody was gonna want to read it. He thought it was trash. His wife took it out of the garbage and sent it in, and look at him now.
And here we go.
And here we
Yeah,
go. Right. So it's kind of a cool story that you kind of wanted to quit, and your husband's like, no, 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 no. You got to keep at it, keep at it. Now look at you. I mean, you got 400 followers. You got an awesome community. I mean, it's cool. I'm glad you stuck with it. So good for you. And it sounds like you got a very supportive husband, which helps a lot, right?
It does. He's very supportive. He's a very busy person, but he's also very supportive. So it is nice to have that support behind me.
That's really cool. So if somebody, if you wanted your new community members, that people, any follows you may get, whatever, people coming in, when do you usually stream? Do you have like a set schedule when you stream, or are you kind of all over the place, or?
I have kind of like a half set schedule, a half not set schedule.
Okay.
The days are pretty set. The days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. With Tuesdays and Thursdays off to kind of give me a break in between. And it's usually starting at 8 p.m. till question mark.
Eastern time, right?
Yeah, Eastern. And the reason being is I have to wait until my kids are in bed.
Sure.
Until they're, at least in bed or settled down enough where I can actually set up and they won't be too crazy.
Sure.
There is the occasional Saturday stream, like my celebration stream was a Saturday during the day, but those are very rare. I don't have anything in my about section for my schedule because it is always subject to change. And I don't want to put anything in there concrete and then have to change it because something happens. So I usually try and remember to tell people when they come in when I'm streaming next, because it is always subject to change.
Yeah, and guys, the best way, and I tell my viewers this, the best way, because I have a habit of, I create a schedule in my About Me, I follow it for maybe a week, and then it just sits there, and I just don't even follow it even close. So
Yeah.
the best thing I do, guys, and the best thing you can do is if you want to watch her, drop her a follow, and make sure your notifications are on, because then you'll get notification when she's on. And then
I tell people the Discord's a really good way too, because I always post before I go live.
Oh, okay.
When I'm going, so
Sure. And
the Discord's a really good way.
if you want, Moon, quick, I don't know if you have your Discord open, but if you want to click your do an invite to. So guys, if you want to, I've got her. I forgot to ask you this: are you on Twitter?
I'm not.
Okay, I didn't think you were.
I'm not very big on social medias.
Okay, nope, that's fine. So, guys, again, this is her link for her Twitch channel. She's gonna put the invite for her Discord. So, if you want to join her Discord, feel free to join. I'm on her Discord. I think it's a cool Discord. So make sure you can join her Discord, and then, like she says, she'll put on there when she goes live. But then, if you follow her, you'll get notification anytime she goes live. So go drop her a follow there. And then she'll put the link for her Discord.
I think I have to do it through my About section, because the link is there. I can just copy and paste it.
Oh, sure.
I'm not very good not very good with technology.
No, that's okay. I'm not either.
Um,
As it was proven at the beginning of the stream.
yeah, I'll just go into my about and drop it through there. Discord.
And while she's doing that, guys, again, it's an amazing chat community. She is a very cool streamer to watch. It's a very supportive community. So if you guys like supportive communities that make you feel welcome, go drop her a follow. You guys won't regret it. She's a lot of fun.
We can keep going. I'll figure this out.
Okay, well, that's fine.
I'll figure it out.
What is your favorite part of being a content creator? You've kind of talked a little bit about this, but I guess be more a little bit, if you can be a bit more specific. But what's your favorite part of being a content creator?
Meeting new people. Part of the reason too why I started doing this was because of the whole COVID. It was really hard to go out and meet people, and I know probably a million other people have that same exact reasoning. But it was really difficult to go out and socialize with anybody, and this was a really good way to meet new people. A few states away, across the country, across the world. I've met people from other countries, and it's absolutely incredible how much you can click with somebody being so far away.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it's meeting new people. It's absolutely incredible. I honestly can't think of a better way that I've been able to accomplish, meeting and talking and socializing than through doing this and meeting all of you guys.
Yeah, it's quite amazing, and like one of my favorite parts of being a content creator is meeting people, especially like during the pandemic. And I've said this a lot during the pandemic. People, like you just said, people weren't going out; they weren't being social because of the pandemic. Because in a lot of cases, you couldn't because a lot of places were closed, right? And in other cases, people just didn't feel safe going out, and justifiably so. And so what they would do is they would come to Twitch or YouTube or whatever, but the people that came to Twitch turned to us content creators to entertain them. Our chat communities became their social interaction with other people. And which is awesome because, as you mentioned, you're not only meeting, if I'm in Minnesota, I'm not only meeting somebody that's in Wisconsin, I'm meeting somebody that's in Ireland. In India, the Netherlands, England, Canada, Mexico. So I'm meeting people all over the world. California, Maine, Florida, Nebraska, like all these different states. And guys, there's her Discord right there. So guys,
I figured it out.
There you go. Click on there, join her Discord. But I think it's just so cool that how you not only just meet people, but build a relationship with them over something like this, because most of the time you're never going to meet these people, a lot of them, and the fact that you can build such a close relationship with them over something like this, it's just so cool to me.
It's absolutely incredible, because it's one of those things where it seems impossible. It's like, how am I gonna connect with somebody that lives in England? How am I gonna do that? And then you connect over video games and movies and all this different stuff, and it's really, really incredible.
It's like you almost learn, like, yeah, they're in a different culture, they're in a different country, but they're just like you and me. They love video games, they love movies.
Yep.
It doesn't matter that they're in a different country. We all have that commonality, and we can connect on that commonality. I think that's just so cool.
It really is. It really is.
Excuse me. How do you think... So you kind of described yourself. How do you think your viewers would describe you?
Oh boy, it depends on who you ask. No.
It's a fair answer.
I would like to think they would describe me as, like I said, very welcoming, very supportive. I really don't hold any judgments to anybody because, like I said before, I'm in no place to judge anybody. It's not one of those things where, somebody comes in and they're like, "Oh, I've had the worst day ever." And I'm just like, "Well, then go fix it." No. Come in, talk about it, hang out with us, relax, kick back. So I would like to think that they would describe me, in the same way, very, very supportive, very welcoming. Um, maybe a little too sweet sometimes.
Aw.
But that's how I would like to think they would describe me as.
I think the times I've watched you, I think that's pretty accurate. I do think that. I would also say you're just very. I think another way I would describe you is very down to earth. I just think you're very down to just in the interactions I've had with you, including this interaction.
Yeah.
Very down to earth, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things I've learned with going through streaming is, you can be silly and stuff, but sometimes it gets to be a little overwhelming and you have to be, more down to earth, more centered.
Yes,
Because otherwise it gets hectic and it gets crazy and nobody knows what's happening anymore. And it's chaos.
Yep. Is someone calling you?
It's my daughter. She'll be okay.
Oh, okay.
She'll be fine.
If you need to tend to her, by all means, feel free to tend to her.
She'll do that sometimes where she just wants my attention for something. And it's something silly, like she wants her other blanket, but not the one that's already on her. And it's like, you got the blanket there, just go grab it.
Right. So my last question here: what are one or two pieces of advice you would give to an upcoming streamer, or maybe to a streamer that's about to hit affiliate or trying to hit affiliate?
One, don't give up, and two, give yourself more credit than you're giving yourself. Because
That's very cool.
Those were the two things that I did not do, and I almost quit. I did not have any confidence in myself, and I was not giving myself enough credit. I honestly watched myself back, and I was like, I don't think I have what it takes to do this. And then, my husband was like, no, you got to try again. And, you kind of, over time, build up that, maybe I can do this. Maybe this is something that I can do. After a few tries, I'll get more comfortable with it and, figure things out a little bit better. So yeah, I would definitely just tell people, it's one of those things you have to give yourself credit because you're putting yourself out there for a whole bunch of strangers that you've never met, a whole bunch of people out there, and that takes a lot of courage to actually do that. So at the very least, you have to give yourself credit for that.
I gotta say, you're the 20th interview I've done, and I've asked every streamer that question, or not question, but to give one or two pieces of advice. You're the first one to say that, to give yourself more credit than you think you deserve.
Oh, really?
You're the first one to say that. It goes a long way, because
it really does.
I agree. It really does, because you're doing a service for people, first of all, and you're always going to be your own worst enemy when it comes to this kind of stuff. And you're always going to critique yourself more than you need to be critiqued. And you're going to give yourself way more constructive criticism than you need to give yourself. But a lot of times you just don't give yourself enough credit. You're doing something great for people. Like I said before, you're the source of entertainment. You're their social circle, basically. Your community is. So I really like that answer. That's a really good answer, Moon.
It's one of those answers that, it kind of just resonated with me because that was my biggest flaw. I just never, even still sometimes today, I don't give myself enough credit. Like, I'll look back on a stream and I'm just like, man, I could have done better. And I'm like, but I did accomplish things in the stream, so I should give myself at least credit for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Raven's kind of ahead of the game here, so that's the questions I have for you, Moon. So I do like to open it up. If you guys have a question for Moon, just like Raven did, please use the channel point redemption highlight my message. just so because it's easier to see. One question we have. It's more specific than that, Raven. So the question actually is: would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Well, 100 duck-sized horses,
Mm-hmm. Or a horse-sized duck.
a horse-sized duck.
Yep.
Well, ducks can be very, very mean. They can be very, very
Yes.
brutal. So I think I'm gonna have to go with the duck-sized horses, because horses you can domesticate, and then you could have your own band of duck-sized horses.
Almost like a Pokemon, right?
That's right. Yeah. Yes, I feel like that would be less dangerous.
One of my favorite answers I got from that was they said that they'd rather have one horse-sized duck so they can jump on top of it and tame it like a chocobo.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I thought that was. I like your answer too, though. Anybody else have questions for Moon Princess? Again,
I'm a pretty open book, guys. There's really nothing you can ask that I won't answer. I'm pretty open.
I have a question. What's the little girl's name in the background?
Oh, the screamer?
Yeah.
Her name is Serena.
Serena? Okay.
Serena. She's refusing to take a nap.
Oh, okay.
And that's the problem.
I could interesting. Like I said, if you need to tend to her, please feel free. Simfa is not. Oh, okay, Simfa. So I have one of my things in my chat when I stream. I eat lunch during my chat because I usually eat I eat right through when I'm chatting or my stream rather because I stream through lunch. All my viewers know I love Jersey Mike's. I don't know if you have a Jersey Mike's where you are, but
not sure, but I've heard of it.
Okay, so the question is, typically it's either Jimmy John's or Jersey Mike's. But if you've never had Jersey Mike's, the question is, what is your go-to place to get like a sub sandwich, and what do you like to order?
Well, I just recently had a Firehouse sub.
Okay.
And I really, really liked that. Firehouse sub was really good. I just got regular barbecue chicken finger. It was really good.
Okay.
We have a little local place by us that does a heck of a stinger sub.
What's a stinger sub?
It is steak and shredded chicken with like either hot, mild, or medium sauce.
Oh.
With mozzarella cheese and peppers and onions in it.
Oh.
It is so good.
Steak and chicken.
So delicious.
Oh,
yes.
That is the way to my heart.
So good. It is so delicious.
Do you like spicy?
I love spicy food.
Do you really?
I love it.
Do you like jalapenos?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
That's awesome.
It's actually a funny story. There's the one mall next to us has this store in it called the Pepper Palace.
Okay.
With it's just a bunch of hot sauces that you can like taste test, buy, whatever. Well, they had one that you had to sign a waiver for if you wanted to taste test it. So of course, I'm like, yeah, sure. And there's all these guys in there, big burly guys, taste testing this hot sauce, and they're sitting there crying and tearing up. And I just dip a pinky and eat it, and I'm just like, oh, it's got a good taste, I guess. They're all staring at me like I have 3 heads or something. I'm like, oh, sorry.
That's funny.
My favorite episode is Sailor Moon. All of them, Glitchy. All of them.
Oh, you're a big Sailor Moon fan, huh? Is that where Is that where Moon Princess comes from?
It is.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's like my stream persona, if you could call it, I guess.
Well, let me ask you this: Is your daughter's name, is that from Sailor Moon?
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? My girlfriend has a daughter named Serena, and it's named after Sailor Moon. Yes.
Yep, it's the English version of her name. Yes.
Oh, that's really cool.
Do I play any Game Boy? I have. I never owned a Game Boy as a child. I was too poor to have a Game Boy.
Oh.
So I only just recently started playing Game Boys. My husband had one from when he was a kid. So I've been playing on there.
Hello, hey, Son of Stubborn, how you doing, buddy? Everybody, again, welcome. I am Phantom Limb Gamer. You may call me Phantom or PLG. This is Retro Rap. My guest is Moonprincess247. Right now, we are asking if you guys have any further questions for her.
Feel free.
She's an open book, she says. Do you have a favorite pizza topping? That's a question for me.
Oh, favorite pizza topping. If I get a pizza, I usually like mushrooms, black olives, and onion on my pizza.
Mushrooms, black olives, and onion.
Oh yeah, with the pepperoni and the cheese.
Oh, I can I cannot
yeah.
I in my opinion, people that eat mushroom are a special type of people. I can't. I don't know how people can eat mushrooms. They're like, oh my god, I can't. For me, I think it's a consistency thing for me, like a texture thing, I should say.
I can get that. Yeah, I'm big on textures. There's certain textures I can't do either.
Senna Stubborn, open book. How much money do you have in your bank account?
Not enough. Not enough.
Oh, Senna, you're funny. PLG, can I ask a question about Sailor Moon that goes against your rules? How does that go against my rules? Yeah, you can ask a question about Sailor Moon. I mean, she likes Sailor Moon, so yeah, that would be appropriate.
My favorite song, Glitchy, it's got to be The Locket. The song in The Locket. Moonlight Dentetsu. I love that song. Or the Outer Senshi theme. Because I have that as a redemption or a sound alert in my stream.
Oh, okay.
So it's a tie between those two, actually.
I've never is Sailor Moon. It's like it's a series, right?
Yeah, it's an anime.
Oh, okay. I've never watched it. Did you, Raven? Did you know that America Sailor Moon is heavily censored as a two-skit, so it's our lesbian. That's not against my rules. You're not using that word in a condescending way. So no, you're fine.
I did know that, and it makes me very upset because then in the English dub they play them out as cousins, and it's very obvious that they are not cousins. It's very obvious.
Oh, okay.
That they are not. But yeah, I actually have the mangas up on my shelf. So yes, I did know that.
Yeah, Raven, that was not inappropriate at all. If I think AMC forgot you. If you were any Sailor Moon, which one would you choose and why?
And why Luna? If I was any Sailor Moon character, which would I be?
And why?
Well, definitely not Chibi Moon, because I can't stand it. It's gonna be cliche, but I have to go with Sailor Moon because she gets with Tuxedo Mask and he is tasty. So.
Why does the Twitch lore of Moon Princess involve a son from the UK you sent back in time?
Hi, RPG. That's RPG. That's my Twitch son.
Oh, yeah, I remember RPG. That's right. We talked a little bit in your... Oh, no, okay. Hey, RPG.
Listen, that wasn't my choice.
Pesty Vane. Hey, Pesty. Pesty's asking, what is your average stream length? How do you prepare for longer streams?
My average stream length, it varies. I think the longest I've gone is 5 hours. So anywhere between 4 and 5 hours. I really can't do much longer than that unless it's a weekend because I have to get my son ready for school in the mornings. So since I have to start so late, I can't typically go much longer. But to prepare, if I ever did a longer stream, I would probably either not stream the night before and, actually get some sleep that night versus because even when I don't stream, I stay up super late. But I would probably, give myself an early night and then, play through a little bit of what I planned on doing just to make sure everything's working. and then pace myself with breaks in between the stream, so that I don't get too run down.
Yeah, it's hard doing longer streams. Last April. I did a charity stream for an organization called Limbs for Life, and it was a 24-hour stream I did.
Ooh.
And it's imperative that you give yourself breaks and you allow yourself that time to. I took like 10, 15-minute breaks, but I think I took like a half-hour break here. I took an hour break there just because you have to. Raven is asking, do you emulate or do you use original software?
If I have the original software in the game, then I prefer to use it that way. If it's something that I don't own, I do use RetroArch.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of the times, if I have the hardware, I do like to use that if it's possible.
That's cool. Do you collect games at all?
Yeah, we have a pretty good collection, I would say. We've got some pretty rare games. It's kind of, our collection has kind of reached a standstill at the moment because now we're at the point where it's the super rare games that we don't have that are, fetching, hundreds of dollars at this point.
Some of them are in the thousands, depending on the rarity, and they're really expensive.
I think my crown jewel up there is probably Rule of Rose.
Okay.
That's my crowning jewel up there.
For which, is that a PC game?
PlayStation 2.
Oh, PlayStation 2. Oh, okay.
I can grab it if you'd like, if everyone would like to see it.
Yeah, go grab it.
I'd love to grab it real quick.
I'd love to take a look.
Give me one moment.
Yep, no problem. Take your time. Again, this is Retro Rap of PLG. I am Phantom Limb Gamer. You may call me Phantom or PLG. And, she got back a lot sooner than I thought.
Yeah, so... Oh, I'm looking in the wrong camera.
Rule of Rose.
I'm looking in the wrong camera. Yeah, Rule of Rose.
Okay. Is that... I'm guessing it's an RPG.
Not quite. It's a survival horror of sorts.
Oh, really? I've never heard of it. And
it's made by Atlas, actually.
Are there some other games that Atlas made that we might have heard of?
The Shin Megami Tensei's, the Personas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They made Catherine, I think.
Wow. Is that... do you still play that, or do you just have it for collection purposes?
I haven't played it in quite a while. Mainly because it is so incredibly expensive now, especially complete in box like this.
Sure.
But this game actually it's pretty expensive and rare now because it's got a bunch of controversy behind it for its content.
Oh, really?
Pertaining to its story. I did think of playing this at some point, but I need to think of an appropriate trigger warning to play throughout the stream because there are some themes and stuff in there that require a trigger warning.
Oh.
It's a good game. It's just it's a little different from what you would typically see with Atlas.
Okay.
It's just a bit different.
I'm gonna have to YouTube and check it out. That's cool. Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else have questions for Moon Princess? I'm gonna put your information here again. Again, guys, go give her a follow.
Discworld box, nice.
So I think what we're gonna do here, Moon, is I'm gonna give you a shout out because then we'll see a clip of your channel.
Oh boy, I wonder which one we're gonna get.
And with Twitch Guru, you just never know.
Well,
like a
fair
box.
warning, some of my clips are a little on the risque side sometimes.
It's all right. And it might be
fun though.
It might be with Twitch Guru. It could be a 5-second clip. It could be not 5 minute, but I think up to like 30 seconds.
30 seconds, I think, is the max.
So here we go, guys. Let's check out a clip of her channel.
Energetic, and I think everyone enjoys it. And you guys can suggest dance moves. I'll attempt to do them. It's really fun.
It's a fun.
That's
time.
amazing.
I make myself look like a fool. You guys have a good time with it. It's all that matters, I think, in the end. Right? You guys have fun with it, and that's all that matters to me. The hula hoop. The hula hoop.
That is a pretty recent clip, actually.
You know what's amazing about that, Moon? Is that before you had mentioned that when you first started streaming, you just kind of scrunched, you didn't say anything. And now look at you in that clip. You're just up, you're dancing, you look like you're hula hooping or something.
I had so much fun doing that I actually made it a redeem. I was like, this is so incredibly fun. I need to make this a redeem for everybody.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That was a cool clip. Again, guys, go give her a follow. This is Moon Princess. Moon, thank you so much for spending time with me and chatting with my community. And
Absolutely.
And I appreciate Glitchy Nero from your community. Thank you for coming in and showing support to Moon. I appreciate that, and I'm certainly sure she appreciates it more. Thank you, Glitchy. I appreciate that. Moon, I'll be catching your streams again some other time. I love your community. Is a very, again, guys, she's got a very, very supportive community, and it's a fun community. I've been there a few times, and I will continue being a fan of it. It's awesome. You do some good work. I really and I appreciate you being as uplifting as you are and as down to earth as you are. And
thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you having me on here and meeting everybody in your community.
Yes, guys. Again, one last time, go give her a follow.
Very nice.
Yeah, absolutely. That's her Twitch link.